Their Fated Travels. Chapter 8. Rats in the Walls. Extracts from the Diaries of Rysandria, Day 27.
It is heartening that our first stop is the Holy Temple. Perhaps we can meditate on the weeks that have passed and take stock, to better understand what has happened to this country. The refugees are safe, the orphans have been delivered, all is well, our mission was a success. The Temple of Sigmar was smaller than I expected for a city of this size. Not so surprising, perhaps, with the deity of most worship being Ulrich in this city.
Extract from the Diaries of Tobias.
We delivered the holy icon to Father Morton at the Temple of Sigmar. He believes the likeness to their god in the picture is unusual enough to have been drawn from life, based on the costume Sigmar is wearing. Well, if it keeps them happy, that is a good thing. We were paid a reward for the find, though my coin purse is fit to burst anyway. I can't imagine why, but for some strange reason my personal wealth, that which I carry on my person, is increasing by the day. It would be foolish to complain, I suppose.
Diary of Maestro.
I'm not one for all this religious malarkey, but I kept a lid on it for the sake of the others. Well, even for the sake of myself. They would call me blasphemous, just because I don't want to worship a load of gods that they tell me to worship. People have been telling me what to do all my life, and look where that got me. The thing that bothers me most about these gods, though, is that they used to be alive. They used to be us. That cannot be a god. That's like saying I could do some great deed and be remembered as a god afterwards. It's a memory of an ideal or an inspirational lesson. The politicians will bend anything into a cause, if it means uniting in faith, or perhaps that should be controlling the people. It is perhaps more like a stealthy martial law, especially when you look at the witch hunters. But no, even the dwarf gods were once living amongst us, powerful heroes of no doubt. But they have passed from this world, and it is surely only their memory that people worship. I do not think mortals should be bestowed with such veneration. Next thing you know, you are revering them before they are dead. Then you have a dictator on your hands. Still, I cannot explain the miracles of the Shallian faith, for example. Just what are they harnessing, I wonder? This will require some further investigation at any rate. Oh, I also handed the magical tome that Granny Moshe used to make the dark ritual into the priest at the temple. When he asked why I brought it there, I said that they can burn it in whatever holy fire they wish to. All I knew was that I did not want to throw it into the flames of that great bonfire, or what was left of it. I would perhaps only then be giving back the ancient knowledge to the ones who probably created and inspired it, to a follower somewhere who would write it.
Dieter's diary. I was glad to get away from that temple. It was sickening to my stomach to have to stare at idols that draw so much worship, so much wasted time. At last we were free and about the city. Then my heart sunk when I saw the city watch approach us. Diary of Tordrad.
All the gods want to do is talk. Take us away and talk. Better I not understand what they say. Better I think of mead and meal next to warm tavern fire soon. Soon I rest. Long trip.
From the Diary of Rysandria.
The City Watch commander, one Ulrich Schutzmann, wanted to ask us some questions about the beastmen we encountered in the forest. Then there was a knock at the door and a note was handed to the commander.
Dieter's diary. I bloody knew it. I think I'm part of some sick joke of fate. It turns out that while we were being debriefed, news came through of Father Morton's murder. We were the last ones to see him alive. Oh, that looks wonderful for us. Thank you very bloody much more. I know it's you doing this. What next? Will you send countless assassins at the group to kill them off too? What stokes my fire even more is that they asked if they could take our weapons from us. I was about ready to give him my machete in a way he would not have liked, but I wouldn't have got away with that anyway. As it turned out, the others negotiated another play. It was agreed that we would assist with inquiries. Wonderful. From the Diary of Tobias.
Here we go again. There's no rest for the wicked, or Maestro, or those who keep company with him. Unfortunately, I am in the latter and am now embroiled in this new mess. We have been issued with warrants to conduct investigations into this case. We gained entry to Father Morton's quarters and there saw his body slumped over the desk. Dieter managed to identify the cause of death. A poison-tipped dart in the back of the man's neck. The icon was of course missing. We brought the evidence back to the commander. When we told of the strange scratches we saw on the windowsill, he confessed to us that there had been other murders too. There is nothing to easily tie them together, of course, the 3 other victims. The commander did tell us of the rat men, however, the Skaven. He believes them to be more than just a myth. He believes they are behind this.
Extracts from the Diary of Dieter. The cause of death in each case was a poison-tipped dart. On closer inspection, I believe the green substance coating the darts is a warpstone derivative. Again, this is perhaps more proof of Skaven involvement. Somehow I know I have encountered the rat men before, but I can't remember. Like so many of my memories, so much of my past is unknown to me. Traveling with this group is at least stimulating my mind enough to help me remember some things. Extract from the Diary of Maestro.
One of the murdered fellows had a grave for us to visit. The gravestone bore the same mark upon it that I saw on Malvanius's signet ring.
Dieter's Diary. From the scene of the 3rd murder, we found blood that trailed towards the sewer. Of course, we went in. Tordrad's Diary.
Sewer smelly. No room to stand.
Tobias's Diary.
After pressing further into the sewer, we saw a shape ahead of us in the gloom. It became aware of our presence as we did of its. It was a Skaven, dressed in black. I cannot remember, but one of us shouted the potential danger of more poison-tipped darts in such a confined space. Maestro did something quite interesting. He cast a sound spell to imitate splashing feet all the way along the sewer tunnel, thus throwing the would-be assassin off guard. The group managed to close the gap and silence the foul creature. At once its body began dissolving into liquid. As we pressed on, we came into a common area where 6 very surprised rat people stared at us in terror. They did not seem as astute as the creature we killed in the tunnel before, nor did their bodies dissolve when they died. We made very easy work of them. One of them fallen from a pebble I slung into its mouth. It had swallowed it and choked to death. Amidst the fighting, a cloaked assassin-type Skaven set about us. Tordrad was very fast on the uptake, luckily cutting the creature off from the rest of us before cutting it to bits as well. Truly that Kislevite is a skilled fighter. He tore through the Skaven like they were paper. Even the leader of them, the assassin one, looked like a child fighting a man. Maestro managed to blast one's leg off with a magical dart. Rather impressive. It fell over and bled out.